The Thanator is known as an apex predator in Frontiers of Pandora, without doubt the most feared one in the entire game. And that can you find one, but 4 different species. The white Moss Thanator, the Boulderlands Thanator, the regular variant, and the Kinglor Wetlands Thanator, which is without doubt the rarest of all. But in this full guide, I got you covered, as I'm gonna share the locations for every single one of them, how you can hunt them for their legendary loot, as this is required to make the best gear in the game. So without further ado, let's get hunting. I'm not lying when I say I spent the entire day hunting for Thanator, as some of them, especially the Kinglor Wetlands variant, which is extremely rare, only pops up after you've completed certain quests in the game, which I'm also going to cover during this video. First off, we have the White Moss Forest Thanator, which is known to drop the absolute best bone in the game to craft yourself a legendary spear thrower with insane amounts of damage. It also drops a hide, which is used for armor crafting, and that delicious meat with plus 50% damage, which I totally recommend you to cook before you start hunting for any Thanators. So if we quickly check out my journal, go to the recipes, well, this is what you'd want to do. Mix any type of main lean meat with something else to get that Fury 3 bonus for plus 50% damage. Well, I think an absolute must-have to clean shot kill Thanators with only 1 hit at their weak spot would be the Solak Survivor Heavy Bow. I have one with the absolute highest stat rolls in the game, which is 384, which I showed in a previous guide how to make this one. Be sure to check it out if you want to hit like a truck, really. If we quickly check out the Thanator, inspect it and show the weak spots, well, this is basically what you want to aim at with your heavy bow to take him out with only 1 shot, with of course that lean meat. This one can be easily found if you quick travel to either the Shoulder Peak Station Resistance Lab or the Drill Outpost Alpha. This is also where I took out my previous target, on which I unfortunately wasn't able to land a clean shot. It is very important that you basically prepare. Stand on a certain rock, which is going to make it a little bit easier to land a clean shot, instantly take down the Thanator for, of course, the maximum value item stat rolls. So, we just killed that Thanator with only 1 shot from this exact location. So that is the first one, and that's the second one. If we quickly open up the map, this is exactly where you want to be. But there we go, 209, much higher in comparison with the previous roll, and 95, which I think are the highest value rolls, as you aren't able to boost these values with those gatherer snacks. These give you perfect gathering and increase your core stat bonus. I already made guides for these dishes, which you can find at the top right of the screen, but they are not going to boost the values harvested from these creatures. As second Thanator, we have the Boulderlands Thanator. I'm sure most of you guys haven't found this one yet either, as it's only accessible after you've unlocked the Clouded Forest. This is one of the 3 which drops the best teeth in the game with bonus HP. So this is an essential one to hunt for as well, which you can also find in the Clouded Forest. Travel to the north, to the Cascading Stones basically. I think a pretty nice quick travel for it would be the Analysis Center Bravo. What you want to do is fly straight towards the north and get through the Pine Forest basically, and search for these pretty big vines. That basically means you found the right spot. So what we're going to do right now is find a nice place to land our Ikran. I think it's always safe to be close to one of those smaller boulders, which you can stand on. You will find plenty of these bodies on the floor. But here we go. We already have this white outline. Means that we are getting stalked by one of those Thanators. Okay, so I hear the shout from that direction. That basically means we want to, I don't know, maybe jump on this rock. Stay in crouch mode, so it's going to be easier to take your time, land that shot for a clean kill. And of course the lungs on the side of its neck. And we're just going to patiently wait right here. So this is my exact location. Standing very close to this border of the RDA facility. We have it right there, guys. Okay, I wasn't able to land a clean shot, unfortunately. But that's the second one right there. Merciful. So if we quickly inspect it, You can see that this is the Boulderlands Thanator with crafting material tooth up to 123. We all know that it's fake news, as once you've unlocked the Master Crafter, it will bump up the score. But the absolute maximum I've seen is 95, while we got our hands on 89, which is very close to the absolute maximum. So this is already a pretty nice roll. And we also got the Boulderlands Thanator light height. So once again, guys, for this secondary Thanator with the absolute highest stat roll tooth, you want to be in the Cascading Stones. On numero 3, we have the regular Thanator, which you can find pretty early in the game. If I'm not mistaken, even with a main mission. But this one comes with the same quality loot of the absolute highest stat rolls possible. Also with bonus HP on the teeth. While for the armor, you will restore HP after killing an enemy, which is actually one of the best heights in the game. I really like to hunt this one as it's fairly easy. And wow, man, I actually managed to find 3 up to 4 of these Thanators at the very same time with respawn sometimes, which can make up for some pretty interesting encounters, to say the least. Look at that. We instantly get that regular Thanator popping up right underneath us. Whew, that was a clean shot without even eating the appropriate snacks for it.
Why can't I focus?
Why can't I focus? What? There is another. There is another one. Okay, that was a miss. That's actually a good thing. Yo. It's still not dead. Now it is.
Can't focus.
Still can't focus. So that means there is another one. Take the precious loot from this dude. Thanator Tooth 95. Let's go.
Thank you for these gifts.
And this fella right here is giving us, let's see, a 89. So this Thanator is accessible pretty early game. You want to go to a specific location called the Gossamer Lakes. And right here, you want to travel to the Falls Field Lab, a resistance field lab very close to the waterfall. And from the field lab, you basically want to make your way to the forest in the south. Well, the southeast from it, we already have that white overlay. So that basically means we are in Thanator territory, which starts at this very border near that river. We also want to have some height advantage, so it's going to be easier to land that clean shot, basically, hitting him in the neck. Very important, guys, if you fail to land a clean shot first try on the Thanator, I definitely recommend you to just simply let yourself die, as this will give you the highest chance of quickly finding that top tier material, because you will basically reset the event. The Thanator will have full HP once again. This is a lot faster in comparison with constantly having to wait for respawns or rinse and repeat killing them over and over again. Right now we are already in the destination, and yes, be sure to not forget your snacks. Be sure to always have that plus 50% damage boost, because this can make the difference between life and death for the Thanator. Did you see those plants getting destroyed in the distance? That was my call for the Thanator. And wow, we landed the clean shot as well. That's amazing. So here we go. Just the Thanator, you would say, but still it comes with amazing stats. So if we just harvest all the materials, look at that, we get a 95 Thanator tooth as well as some lean meat. So we get a 95 tooth, 95 height, which is actually better compared to the Boulderlands Thanator, which we killed earlier. This is actually the exact same thing, either Thanator or Boulderlands Thanator. It really doesn't matter which type you have, as they both serve for armor upgrades and give basically the same stat boosts. Then, last but not least, we also have the Kinglor Wetlands Thanator. And unfortunately, you won't be able to just find it in your game. You first have to complete all the Sarentu Totems, the entire quest line, which is pretty challenging. That is also the reason why I decided to make a full guide for it, which you will be able to find in the top right of the screen. But this is the absolute best Thanator you want to hunt for, as it comes with some amazing gear bonuses. First off, the Wetlands Thanator Tooth. Instead of giving you bonus HP, this one comes with increased damage output. If we check out the regular Thanator, see, that's bonus HP. Same counts for the Boulderlands variant, so this is definitely the one you want to focus on. While for the light heights, this gives you the Glass Cannon perk. Deal plus 25% damage, but take more damage when attacked. So this is once again something you want to hunt for to make yourself an apex predator in the game. finally, after we've completed this entire quest line, what you want to do is make your way to the Spool Islands. You can find it to the south of the Boulder Station Resistance Field Lab, or to the east of the Leaning Glade Navi Camp in the Silk Woods, central Kinglor Forest basically. And yeah, now all we need to do is search for the big fella on the Spool Island. I'm just gonna lay low and search for its movement. All right, there it is. It's interesting that this big fella is always trying to find a way to LOS you or get out line of sight so you don't have a clear shot. So I think it is just gonna keep dancing around until we stop moving. See, it's right behind me right now. That's interesting. Can we land the shot? Ah, unfortunate business. Anyways, let's go full offense mode. So fortunately, it wasn't a clean shot, while we did get a merciful kill on the Kinglor Wetlands Thanator. Look at this, ladies and gentlemen. Finally able to kill this creature, as we first had to deal with all those Sarentu Totems. But here we go, Kinglor Wetlands Thanator Tooth and the Kinglor Wetlands Thanator Light Hide. So these are all the different Thanators which you can hunt in the game. Anyways, that's everything you need to know to get your hands on the absolute best crafting materials in the game. Find the White Moss, Boulderlands, the regular and the Kinglor Wetlands Thanator. If you found this video helpful, please do hit that like button, as I spent a lot of time working on this video, including the Sarentu Totems, for which I already have my guide in the top right of the screen. Be sure to check it out if you want to hunt for all the Thanators. Anyways, I have plenty more guides on the channel, so be sure to check them out. If you have more questions or suggestions for future videos, always very welcome to leave them in the comments down below, or join the Discord to continue the discussion about Frontiers of Pandora. Right now though, it is 4 AM out. I want to wish you an amazing day and good luck hunting the Thanator. I'll check you in the next video or live stream. Peace.